Thank you. Just thank you.
That's hard though. That's hard. That's hard, bro. Damn, dog.
Thank
Damn,
You got him.
JP. Damn. How you hate? How you hate that man, bro? How y'all hate that man, dog?
Yo, what up? What up? What up? It's Night Talk, Night Nation, Stevie Knight. We out here, man. I low key don't even feel like diving into this video, man, because I just did a live stream of some Eminem hatred, and it was just like racist nonsense, and it kind of beat me down, bro. Because it was coming from the black community too, man. It was just like crazy. I'm just over it, bro. I'm over it, and like I just get beat down by this bullshit all the time on social media, bro. And I would expect to experience the majority of that type of stuff through my Night Talk channel because I be trying to bring awareness and to things that are important to me and I feel like we need to address and stuff we need to get over and achieve and all. Like that's what Night Talk is for. And that it was kind of extreme, man.
I don't know what this one is. I got sent it. I just hope it ain't nothing about no racist nothing. Right? Right? But I mean, I heard a couple seconds of it and I think it's going to go that way, but like I said, I'm exhausted when it comes to anything racism motivated, man. But the title says a change your heart towards Jordan, with Africa Brooke and Michaela Peterson podcast. I know Michaela is, I'm assuming Michaela is Jordan's daughter, man. So we're gonna check this thing on out, man. All right.
because I'd had an experience in relation to you years before where I had made a firm decision that I would never in my life listen to anything this man has to say. Based on a 3-minute clip, mind you.
Do you remember what it was that I said that was so profoundly irritating? I mean,
I
there's
do,
many.
Jordan.
Can you tell me what that was?
Of course, you were talking about the gender pay gap, and this was part of a longer interview. The interview that you had with Kathy Newman, and this was a clip, 3-minute clip. You were talking about the gender pay gap, and you were saying that, paraphrasing here, but that the reason for most women is because most women are agreeable, most women don't negotiate, etc., etc. I believe that was essentially giving people options as to why it could be that there's this thing that exists or doesn't exist. And I didn't even finish the clip. I didn't even finish the 3-minute clip.
Emotional.
But based on the things that
Emotional.
out of context clip that I had seen before, and the way that I'd heard.
I don't want to cut her off, but I am, because she seems like she's apologetic for having the reaction that she had initially to whatever the hell she was watching, man. And I don't know who the hell this girl is, Africa Brooke, but she sounds so well spoken. She's articulating herself so well. She seems like she's very intelligent, man. But that means nothing when it comes to this emotional knee-jerk responses, man, where you don't like hearing a certain thing and it just comes strictly from emotion. To throw all logic aside, because I find that I still find it so outrageous that people feel so strongly and negative about the stuff Jordan Peterson speaks on when it's like so logic based. You know what I'm saying? So like people are arguing against logic and they're crazy, right? But she seems like she don't seem to be the type of person that I would fit in the category that would not even oppose Jordan Peterson, but like have hatred for him for some reason where he's just like talking all facts. You know what I'm saying? And she said she cut it off. And it was a 3-minute clip she couldn't even finish. And anytime you watch these little snips of edits that people put out, you miss the entire conversation. So you're not gonna put anything in the context. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know who she is. Maybe she's like some feminist out here and she didn't like hearing Jordan Peterson categorize gender differences based on, statistics, the statistics of traits that they have, which is all facts, bro. I'm spitting this shit, which is all facts, and it's crazy to me. It just goes to show, no matter how articulate and intelligent people seem to be, emotions get in the way, man. There's some emotions are it's alive, and it's a lot more than alive today. It rules today. It rules today. Modern society is ruled by emotion, and logic just seems to be thrown aside. Like logic doesn't even matter anymore. And this is just a prime example of what is life today. I don't know. I'm getting off my soapbox right now. I don't even know where this conversation is going, but I felt like it's going that way. And if it's not going that way, then I'm sounding like an asshole. But it is what it is, man. I still feel how I feel. So I
had your name being spoken of before in the context of the trans conversation that was happening around that time, 2018. Right, exactly. Again, I was watching this clip, and it's almost like I wasn't even listening to what you were saying. I had already decided that I don't like this man because someone that I trust has told me that I shouldn't like him. So therefore, the decision is made. Why do
what? Somebody that she trusts told her that she shouldn't like him, so she didn't make a decision herself. She didn't make the decision herself. Someone else told her that she shouldn't like him, and that's crazy. That's crazy. That's so dangerous. So dangerous. But anyway, let's continue.
I even have to finish that video?
Right, of course.
And it was just, right? Mm-hmm. And it was just normal.
Well, we use heuristics like that all the time, and yes. It's easy to get caught up in them because, well, you can't listen to everyone. Yeah. And so you kind of have to make a snap judgment about almost everyone. And the default is you don't listen because there's like 7 billion people. So obviously you're not listening to most of them. So you don't need much of an excuse.
He's being so damn nice too. I mean, he has to be nice in this circumstance, man, because she's being apologetic in the manner in which she's speaking, man. But like he said, 7 billion people, you can't listen to everybody, bro. But come on, dog. You Jordan Peterson, bro. Jordan Peterson. Unless she just was unaware of who he was at that given time, man. But I think not when she just said that someone told her that she shouldn't like Jordan Peterson. So he has some significance, right? Like who my homeboy said it. He was like, Jordan Peterson has to be like the most, popular intellectual that we've ever had. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he's an intellectual, but he's trending. He's popular. Those are not figures that tend to be, popular or polarizing in any form or fashion because media and pop culture aren't really attracted to stuff Jordan Peterson-esque, but in the manner and like he's so monotone, he's so and like eloquent, he knows how to talk, man. But he's a pit bull, he's a bulldog. He stands on his 10, right? And I feel like that's where that attraction comes from. And he just goes against all this transgender LGBT. He doesn't go against that. He has very good reason to feel how he feels regarding certain topics related to that community. You know what I mean? I do as well. But I mean that's neither here nor there. It's just it's dope, and it's a fact that he's like the most polarizing, non-polarizing intellectual we've ever had. He has 4.43 million subscribers on YouTube. Who would have thought nowadays, 2022, that someone like that would be so popular? It's pretty dope, bro.
Well, you need a simplifying heuristic, and part of that is, that most people aren't worth listening to, and he's definitely not worth listening to. And,
right.
And then that can so easily become politicized. And once it is, especially when
But how was he able? That boy's a magician, being able to break down any person or any human interaction down to a mathematical equation, bro. Like there was so much wrong with what she said, or how she acted, or how she responded to what she heard or what she didn't hear from Jordan Peterson. But he's sitting here telling her why she did what she did, bro. That's cool. That's cool, man. But I'm still trying to understand what her issue was. Was it that her someone she respects told her not to pay attention to or give any credence to Jordan Peterson, or was it something that he said that made her feel a certain way? And then why that change her heart now all of a sudden?
Political has become religious. It's really,
Facts.
really hard
That's a fact.
to overcome that.
Yeah,
And so,
it really is.
you know, a lot of the things that the radical left are pointing out are in some sense universal human failings. And so they have that truth about them. I mean, because we could ask ourselves, given the implicit tendency for human beings to have a pronounced in-group preference and the potential we have for violence against out-group members, how do we all address our proclivity to damn the foreigner? Okay, that's a really important question.
I feel like I've got a good answer.
Okay,
to that.
let me add the one end to that. And then the next thing is, well, we all have these proclivities. How are they exacerbated by power and privilege? Right? Those are good questions. But as soon as we make it instantly racist, well, then we can't even ask the damn questions properly anymore.
Because people's feelings get in the way. You can't have a conversation because people get uptight about how they feel about a certain topic. Right? Regardless of, that's a fact. He used all these big ass words, but it's basically, we can talk about anything. We're having a conversation about anything. But as soon as you throw race into it, the whole dynamic of the conversation change. People's feelings get involved and people shut down. People get offended. People don't want to listen. People just turn off. Nothing constructive can come from that if people are not willing to approach or attack these very important issues, man. Race is one of the biggest issues that we still have to this day, and people cannot comfortably have conversations about it because they let their feelings get in the way. And the majority of the time, people that feel so strongly about these topics from racism haven't even experienced like racism to themselves. It's from stuff they see by the media or stories that they've heard or whatever. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, right, especially these social justice warriors. You know what I'm saying? like, bro, when the last time you felt racially discriminated, right? So why are you getting so upset about this? About just having a conversation? You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. I'm exhausted today talking about race, anything, but I mean, it's refreshing at the same time. It's still frustrating, man. Just, bro, because like I say, she's so upbeat and like smart and intelligent, man, and she can let her feelings get in the way, and it just highlights these crazy ass issues we have here in society, bro. Yeah, they never gonna fucking go nowhere. Damn, I was trying not to cuss. Damn.
Mick, sorry.
My joke is over now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I stomped all over your timely joke.
You stomped all over my tiny little joke. I was thinking about that question earlier, though. If everyone has these tendencies, which they certainly do, I've noticed that if I have a guest on my podcast, and I think my audience is fairly open-minded, but then I'll have a guest on that, and they'll hate them. And they'll be like, well, you can't just...
And you can't even have a conversation then because you hate them. You can't even let them talk. Can't even let them get a word out. You come in there biased and you shut down before Buddy can even get a word out. Nothing can be fixed when it's like that. And that's how life is. That's how society is, bro. That's like that pretty much highlights the way society is to me.
Even if you don't agree with them, maybe they are wrong, but like you can't just cancel people because they don't agree with you because they're doing exactly the same thing.
Facts.
As the people you're complaining about.
Facts.
Well, you know, and also maybe your stupid opinions aren't right. They're probably not right. And like, are you so sure your life is going so much the way you want it to go, and you're such a bloody paragon of virtue, and the light is shining out every orifice, that everything you think and say is correct, and everyone who disabuses you of your
talk your
notions
shit,
is
bit
evil?
dog.
You're
Talk
really
your shit,
so
bit
sure
dog.
of that, are you? So, you know, you wander around and you think, God, maybe I should listen to this person because I'm such an ignorant bastard and I'm so full of malevolence, and maybe they'll drop one thing on me that won't make me like miserable and doomed to hell and to drag everyone else there too. That's, yeah, well.
You know, I felt something similar when I finally leaned into listening to you properly, because what was interesting, even after that moment in 2018, watching that 3-minute clip, deciding this man is evil, I want nothing to do with him ever again. And of course I...
Damn! I put that question on the community tab a while back. Like, why is there so much hatred for JP? And everybody was insane. The majority of the people that rock with the channel they support JP. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find where the negative attention comes from. The only way I can make sense of it is like people that, are radicals and extremists in like the LGBTQ plus community and social justice warriors who are just impulsive and emotional, don't see any logic, right? And if you go against them, then you're the devil. Like I see why they probably don't like Jordan Peterson, but they don't consist of the majority. So why does their opinion even matter? But I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about that community, and they got a big voice. But like I don't see how like your average Samaritan would have any issue with type of things Jordan Peterson addresses, man. And then with that, he's willing to talk anything out with anybody who has any type of issue with what he's saying, right? You know what I mean? But you gotta come with it. You gotta come correct. You gotta come with some facts. None of this emotional bullshit. And she was so convicted in her how she felt. Like I wanted nothing to do with him after I heard this 3-minute clip about him dismantling the gender pay gap, bro. Like how could you dispute anything he talked about dismantling the gender pay gap? How can you dispute statistics? How can you dispute facts? How can you dispute that? How you can get mad? You can get mad at the way the world is, but it's the world. It's reality. Maybe it's upsetting for you to know that most women move this way and most men move that way. Like, first of all, why is it upsetting? You know what I mean? They don't. If most people tend to move that way, has nothing to do with you as an individual. You're still willing and given the opportunities to do whatever it is you want to do in this world. But 9 times out of 10, if something's gonna go this way if you're a female, or something's gonna go this way if you're a male. It is what it is, and people get upset about that. How dare you say women tend to be more agreeable? How dare you say that women don't fight for higher wages or whatever? I mean, the majority of them don't. Compared to men, who tends to be the more aggressive individual, men or women. Like, how can you dispute that? I don't understand. I don't understand how you can dispute it. I don't understand how you get so pissed off about it, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Are you mad that men typically are bigger than women? Like, you mad about that? It's the same thing, right?
I didn't think I would ever have anything to do with it.
Yeah, look what happened.
Infiltrated.
Me,
yeah.
Right? People especially people that were not really connected to the digital world, a lot of my
she can rock that bald head though. It look good on her.
And women in my life would always tell me to read your book. It's honestly, people would always say to me, Africa, you will really love this book. I would have friends of mine send me lectures. I think you're really going to like this. And I would just completely ignore it. And in my mind, I'd be thinking, what am I going to find? What am I supposed to like? Because again, I have this idea of you built up in my head. So I'm finding it very confusing that people that know me very well are telling me that there's something that I'm going to like.
That's everything wrong with society. How she just said all that is everything wrong with society today. Everything wrong with society today. She's in her own way. She in her feelings, and she can't give herself any logical or clarity about anything. I see JP this way, and that's the way he is. Regardless of all this other information, the majority of the information out there that directly opposes how I feel about this man, I see him this way. It wasn't anything. I see the world this way. And ain't shit you can tell me to make me think otherwise. This is how it is, right? And I'm going to argue this till I'm blue in the face. No one's open to have an exchange of words and communication, any of that, bro. This is how I feel, so this is the way it is.
Right?
Yeah, what the
Very
hell?
Confusing. But again, for years, what the hell? For years, I ignored it. So when I started watching your lectures late 2019 and last summer as well.
It's a great year to get to it.
In the beginning, I could notice myself listening to you and waiting for a moment where I could say, aha, see?
Right.
I knew I was right. And you know what? I waited.
It never happened.
That moment never came.
Never happened.
That moment never came.
That comes for me
right?
all the time.
Really.
So basically saying, yeah, I was an asshole. I was wrong. My feelings got in the way. You know what I'm saying? I misjudged you. And she should be here like apologizing to the mother. She should be saying, I apologize for doing you like that, treating you like that. So she's making herself look bad. Ugh.
And that again, so it's like there wasn't one moment of being awake and then it's done. So many little tiny seemingly insignificant moments where I'm just sitting here by my sofa
waiting to attack
just
someone,
watching and listening, observing myself, waiting, for that confirmation that I'm right. And then it never coming, and then I have to deal with that. And then so again, my curiosity, I finally allowed myself to be curious again. And now, Jordan, I can say you have been one of the most influential people to me for so many reasons.
Look at
that. I
that.
couldn't even mention right now.
Look at that.
But
look at that.
To be able to have the conversations that I do now publicly, you have, and I could have never.
JP getting all emotional. Damn, boy.
Life. This is things.
Damn, boy, getting emotional, bro. That is lit though, man. She feel confident talking about anything. She's able to put feelings aside and just attack the topic at hand. That is dope, bro. Damn, bro. That's next level right there. Look how emotional that man is, bro. That is, you hear somebody that pretty much hates you, and then they're giving you an opportunity to what they feel like is gonna give them multiple opportunities to hate you more. They're just waiting for something to attack on. But during that time, they're coming up with nothing like, the stuff he's saying is making sense. So they let off trying to attack and actually give you an opportunity to learn something, and you actually learn something and you shift gears and your life is changed. I can see how that could, rock them up. That would definitely make me feel great. But damn, boy, JP emotional, bro. That's lit, though, bro. That's lit.
Like this don't just happen. And the fact that I can tell you this.
Oh, no.
Thank you. Just thank you.
That's hard, though. That's hard. That's hard, bro. Damn, dog. Damn, JP. Damn. How you hate that man, bro? How y'all hate that man, dog? Come on, man. Like, I'm willing to watch any damn videos or read anything that y'all have out there that y'all feel like is going to define this man in a different light than me, man. But it's just logic, and then you have the emotional connection to it, bro. Like, I don't know. And even if he says something I disagree with, it ain't gonna make me dislike the person, right? I don't know, bro. I mean, people are idiots, man. People are just mean. That's all it is. People just mean as hell.
It's a pleasure.
Damn, JP. Damn, JP. Damn, JP.
You knew what happened to me with Marvel Comics?
Yeah.
What?
That was something.
What?
It's really something to see yourself portrayed. I got accused of being a Nazi pretty much when all this happened.
Oh, really I get that. I see why that's hitting him. Yeah, that makes sense because he's been attacked so viciously in the public. Right, and they change. They it's like they're using him to. It's like, because I've seen all the vicious attacks of his character when he's just speaking facts, and it goes against certain agendas or whatever, and they use him going against that and pull little edits or little edits of commentary to showcase him in a certain light, which is directly opposite of how he is, and they're tearing down his character and of what he represents as a man, as a human being, as a humanitarian, psychologist, all that, just trying to uplift society, uplift community, get us to a better spot. And I definitely can see where the emotion comes from, where you are trying to, you're trying to paint an image of me that I'm not. And it's a terrible image of me. People are making up these crazy ass narratives, these crazy ass stories about him, these crazy ass depictions of him. I can see how that break a motherfucker up. it's like a relief, actual, like, you feel free, right? Damn, y'all keep tearing me down. Y'all tearing me down. I'm just trying to help. Y'all painted me as a Nazi, as a homophobe, a transphobe, all this, and he always has this stern, pit bull, stoic ass type of persona when he's having his exchanges with people that are trying to beat him down. And this is just showing me that it gets to him. It gets to him. So when he has a moment like this, like, damn, all right. He's just a good person, man. Just a good person, bro. This video getting way too long, man. I think I'm good. Man. It definitely makes me feel better, man. Cause like I said, I got beat up by all this racist bullshit today. So this was definitely a breath of fresh air. Breath of fresh air, man. JP is the man. He's the damn man, dog. If y'all have any, I don't hear no bullshit. I don't hear no nonsense. I don't hear nothing that's not fact. Like if you out there have some serious issues or critiques or criticism of Jordan Peterson, and come with some facts, send me some links in the damn comments, right? Hit me up, DM me on Instagram, my Night Talk Instagram, or my other channel, Stevie Knight. It don't matter, but I mean, Night Talk is not big right now, so it's gonna be easier for me to filter through messages there, man. Like, hit me up there, man, and not even with stuff that is gonna highlight him negatively. Anything, bro. Like, he's just dope, bro. He's just dope, man. You know what I mean? And I just like what he stands for, the messages he puts out there, and yeah. It's cool, bro. That was dope. That was a dope little moment right there, man. Anyway, man, I'm out.